I have this question I want to ask. I don't know if it will create a problem for us on the internet. Would you rather raise your child
Mm.
in Jamaica or Africa?
Oh, I'm living my dream. I'm raising my child right here in Africa,
Why
in
not
Ghana.
Jamaica? You're from Jamaica. Why
I'm
not
from Jamaica, but being from Jamaica doesn't mean that it feels like I must stay there, you know, and bring up my family. It's like, you know, remember I follow a certain philosophy, which is like, you know, looking to Africa, where the great king will be crowned, you know, looking to Africa because this is where we're really from. If you think about Jamaica, there's no indigenous Jamaicans living there right now, you know. Yeah, no, there's no indigenous people of Jamaica living there. Yeah, so to me, there's no reason for me to go back to a country where I've never lived for over 30 years, where I feel that I wouldn't really fit in because I have Africa on my mind as a big continent that I want to contribute to. And I want to be able to contribute my life, my whole resources, everything to Africa. So I want to be here doing it.
Someone is sitting right now watching us saying that you are telling us that you can't fit into Jamaica, but you fit into Ethiopia, and you are here, you still fit into Ghana. Why can't you fit into Jamaica? Because you don't know anybody there. And you know
because I'm a brave soul.
So you should be brave and go back to Jamaica.
Why are you telling me to go back to Jamaica? Why?
Why? Go back to Jamaica.
Why? Why? And you tell me why then.
You know, that's.
Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate the love and support as always. If it's your first time, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get a notification anytime I post a video, because I still remain your boy Nappie. And if you are ready, come with me. Let's go. All right, so I have here this pretty lady from Africa, born in Jamaica, traveled to Ethiopia, and she has been all over the world, guys. She's been in so many parts of Europe. Her first time in Africa, no, she's been in Africa so many times. Her first time in Ghana, she was a teen or a baby. How should I say that? Yeah. So without much ado, let's just go to her. She's going to tell a little about herself and what she's doing in Ghana, and also she will inspire us with her story. So let's just get right into the video. Yes, welcome to the show. And I really appreciate that we are here today. We are at Jamaica Village, and it's my first time. You brought me here. I'm super happy to be here, and thank you so much for bringing me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Right. So what's your name, and where are you originating from?
My name is Zila, Africa. Yes.
Oh, yes, Africa is your name?
Right.
Oh wow, first time meeting Africa in Africa.
Born with Africa as my middle name.
Okay.
Born in Kingston, Jamaica. And this is why I thought it would be a nice place to come here today to get our interview today at the Jamaica Village. Right. A beautiful place.
Home away from home.
Yes, a home away from home.
Yes,
that's right.
Since when did you leave Jamaica?
Oh, it was at the tender age of 7, so it was over 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, for me. So pretty much, you know, from the time that I left, I never went back. The first time I went back to Jamaica was 12 years later.
Wow.
So it was, you know, most of my friends, you know, hardly would have remembered them, but they had moved also. A lot of my friends and family had migrated to other countries.
Oh wow.
So this is very common, you know, for me to have this experience. So I had no one to go back to Jamaica to. All my family
came,
you know,
left Jamaica.
Yeah, so.
Wow. So you had no choice. Yes. So getting right into the video, I know most Jamaicans leave Jamaica to Europe, America, and even it's so hard for them to come to Africa.
Right.
There's just a few that I know, but where did you choose? I mean, were you taken to when you were 7 living in Jamaica?
Oh well, when my family chose to migrate to the UK, you know, I think because they wanted us to, you know, have the experience of the school system there, and from there I think my parents definitely had the intention of coming to Africa.
Okay.
And as a family, we wanted to make it our home. But, this is a common thing again where you get stuck in work and you get stuck in your life, and you don't get to move on as fast as you would have liked to.
You've created a whole new family in a whole different country.
So it took a while for us to come to Africa, and we came to Ghana. It was the first trip as a family. We came to Ghana when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was, an amazing, was it summer holiday from school. So I spent 6 weeks here in Accra, and I remember Teshinungwa.
That's where you were. Wow, you still remember the name.
It was just like Jamaica, in fact, because it was just a bigger version of Jamaica. The sun was so hot, and the beach, and the food, and all the food that we could eat from Jamaica, and
it was there.
The people were very friendly and happy, and it got me reminiscent of Jamaica when I came here in Ghana.
Okay, that was your first time you visited. Let's say your eyes weren't really open then.
That's right.
Yes.
As a child.
Now you visited. Did you visit again after you were 13?
Yes, I came more recent. It was 2010 when I next came to Ghana. At the time, I had decided on living in Ethiopia. I had a contract for a year teaching in an international school.
Okay.
So when that ended, I had to go back to the UK, and it took me a long while to even find work back in the UK, and I thought, no, this is definitely, I still don't want to be here. I want to be on the continent. So I said, no, let me go to Ghana, because one of my dance mentors at the time, she was running a program up at the University of Legon. So I jumped to it. I saw the post on Facebook one day. I was like, yep, I'm booking my ticket the next day. It was a good incentive to come back to the continent where the sun was, really hot. I needed to be in this environment, It was just a yearning to be on the continent after being exposed to living in Ethiopia for a year, and it was just sad that the work couldn't continue in that school. So I came, and I stayed, must have been only for 10 days really, but the amount of things that I learned at the campus at the university, and I got to connect with so many Ghanaians, and now that I'm back, I'm like, wow, I already have my family of people who I can check for.
Yeah.
So that was really, nice to have had that time out. And then I, actually got another job in Ethiopia and stayed for 10 years in Ethiopia.
Wow. so are you Ethiopian?
Yes.
Wow.
My Ethiopian.
You have an Ethiopian ID?
Yes, I have.
Because for 10 years you need a permit, like a resident permit and ID.
I got an ID, but you see, being a Rastafarian as well, and you're a part of the what they call the 83rd tribe of Ethiopia. There's 82, tribes of Ethiopia, so they consider us, as the 83rd tribe of Ethiopia. So for that reason, I was able to get residency and applied, and so it wasn't just based on going there to work, having work permit after work permit, but having an actual ID, as a foreign national.
That's amazing. I wish people will know this and then try to get it too. Yes, fast forward in life.
Yes.
How many countries have you been so far?
Oh, I didn't count them, but I can name them.
Okay, how many African countries?
How many African? Yeah. Well, there's Tanzania, there's Egypt,
2,
Ghana,
3,
Ethiopia,
4,
and Kenya.
Kenya, 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I still try to make a tour of Africa, because the work that I do, I can take my work to the different
part of Africa.
Yeah, yes. And really,
And
experience.
You making your transition into Africa, your first time.
My first time or my first time as an adult?
No, first time you made plan that I'm going to live in Ethiopia for 10 years.
Right, yeah.
How was the feeling like? Because you are transiting to a whole different continent where you don't know anybody and you want to live.
Yeah.
And you decided to be there for 10 years.
Right.
How was the feeling like the very first time you made that decision that I'm going to Ethiopia?
Well, I was very excited. You see, the thing that actually when I moved to Ethiopia, I was dancing on a showcase for the Millennium celebration. So it was a very exciting time. It was very vibrant. I was very, inspired, and the people were very welcoming and very, encouraging for me to do what I do as a dancer. And I was a soloist. So I performed, and this is something I thought, well, I want to keep up while I'm teaching, a full-time work. But yeah, it was easy for me to adapt. I didn't have many things, culture shock for me. There is a thing in Ethiopia where I would say is a culture shock for many because of the beggars on the street. You're in the capital city of Addis Ababa, and it's very common to see women with babies as you come out from the airport and you arrive at the first street, or you arrive at the first traffic lights. They are there through your window, and if you don't know about it, you don't know what to expect and things like that. So it's very common, and this I think is a culture shock because you don't know how you should respond. But apart from that, I think everything else was was pretty normal.
That's nice.
It was easy going.
You've lived most of your life in Ethiopia, and did you ever think of moving to Ghana when you were in Ethiopia? Because you were there for 10 years.
Yeah, at the time I didn't have Ghana in mind because, you see, I had this thing about the mosquitoes here, and I thought, no, it's too much of a risk to just live there. And then I know of ones who had malaria, and I had a good friend of mine who actually passed away from the malaria when she got bitten on. But
please don't let that scare you. So malaria is real, but you're not going to die. Please don't let that scare you from coming.
It was one of my fears. So that's but then just knowing that it's like destiny will take you to places without you knowing what the future holds. So
the future holds,
But I knew also that I wasn't gonna be in Ethiopia permanently because the way that the way that things are moving, the pace of life moved very slowly, and also it was becoming too much like a concrete jungle to live in Addis Ababa, where you have a lot of new skyscraping hotels coming up on every like square mile. You see a hotel that start and they never get to finish it. So a lot of open spaces and a lot of places in Ethiopia, you go and you see new hotels, and who is it that's coming there? These billions of hotels that they built. So just the beauty of it was getting a bit open spaces, like natural trees that you see here, the nature, and I missed all of that. I wanted to feel like I was living in Africa by living amongst tropical scenery. So I actually moved like out of the city, like to a more suburban, like nearer the mountains in Ethiopia, so that I had to travel quite a bit to get to my workplace, but just to feel that satisfaction of
nature,
coming home and that you've got this nice place to return home, nice view, and you feel the fresh air and not be in the congestion of the city. So that's
so when you were living to Ethiopia, I mean, you were living for Ethiopia, did you discuss anything with your parents and your friends, and what did they say? Because you're coming to Africa, and the way the West portray Africa to the people, that Africa is infected with diseases, Africans are dying. So when you discuss this with your parents or friends, what was their advice for you?
I know. Well, first of all, I didn't really wait for anyone's approval. I don't really.
So whether they're going to say or not,
yeah,
you're just going to move.
I'm not really that kind of person.
Okay.
And maybe that was again a reason why maybe a lot of people were surprised, because I didn't give them any notice that I was gonna leave and never come back after how many years? 3 years before I visited first. But the thing is that my parents encouraged me. I mean, they know that it's something that they wanted for us to live in Africa as a family. And it wasn't a question of, you know, questioning, oh, is this what you really want to do? Or, you know, it was encouraging and inspiring, in fact, for my parents and my mother, because she followed me to Ethiopia.
Wow.
And said, oh, I want to live in Ethiopia too.
Shout out to you, Mom, if you're watching us right now. Yes. Now, let's come back to Africa. You've lived almost half of your life in Africa.
That's right.
And also traveling.
Yeah.
All right. You traveling the world and traveling other parts of the world and also traveling the continent.
Yeah.
How has the feeling be? What are the differences you see between Africa and the other parts of the world?
Okay. Well, the basic things of just having the things that you would take for granted in the West, in Europe. You know, flushing the toilet, sometimes there's no water, or, you know, there's things like the light might be out for a couple of days. These things you kind of expect it, because you know, this is something that is a part of Africa. I mean, we have generators, we have things that will, you know, back up the system, but the system means that it's not you don't have to ever worry. When I was in London, I didn't have to worry about whether there's gonna be hot water or running water or things like that. But so in saying that, it's just to say that the life that you live on the continent, you have to work a little bit harder to get, you know, those things. Yeah,
it's so true. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. I mean, you have to put in more to get what you want.
Exactly.
Yes.
It was a very challenging time, but it was so necessary for me to make that move, to come here in Africa to live, because it really strengthened me. You know, I really feel now that I'm a very resilient person in terms of how much I had to be persistent in, you know, trying to do things. If you're starting a project and people are not so open to supporting your ideas, because when you come with new things, especially in Ethiopia, where when you come with a new idea and you're working as a creative person, as an artist, you know, they're not so willing or keen, because they're used to just sticking to what they know, basically.
Right.
You know, but I found that was different when I was in Kenya. You know, it's a completely different experience, because people are willing to try new things. I was on a TV interview in Kenya to promote my reggae aerobics, and the next morning the person just came and he said, "Oh, I saw you on TV yesterday, and I'm here for your class." I was like, "Wow."
That was so funny though. But you know, the mentality of Africans, we need to change it. Like Africans on the continent, you know, they always stick to one thing and they don't want to change it. So you come in here and that's part of your challenge.
Yes.
What do you think can actually help us to change from that kind of mindset?
You mean to change which mindset now?
How you bring up ideas and people don't even buy it to support, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a part of the education, because if they are not familiar with, you know, what I was teaching, modern dance, if they're not familiar with, you know, certain things, then it's gonna take them longer. So again, this is why it's important to have the, you know, education that, you know, we didn't have So I was very happy to be able to, while I was in Ethiopia, work in a university amongst, students who are already about to launch their career or already have a career as a performing artist, and they needed some background to help them as a mover, as a someone who's doing movement.
Right.
But because they didn't have this expertise, it was very hard for them to even approach when I was trying to teach them.
Right.
They look at me and like, wow, like
what is she bringing?
Yeah. But it was very interesting because, as as I said, modern dance styles in Ethiopia are not very common. They used to only traditional dance and the way that they move their body. So things like this, it takes more people to come, over with the knowledge, with the experience, with the skills to be able to, disseminate this knowledge, So that's why I was very happy to be there to encourage my fellow colleagues and people to just, give back to, the people who they are inspired by, because most of the time when you're seeing dance work of African dance and Caribbean dance, we get our inspiration from the continent. So, it's very important to be a volunteer and to be able to share your knowledge, to have that.
Yes, you coming from Jamaica, living in Ethiopia, coming to Ghana. Most Jamaicans say Africa is home, especially Ethiopia or Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, most of Jamaicans say that, and most of the Jamaicans that move out of Jamaica choose either Ethiopia or Ghana.
Right.
What is one thing you will say about these two countries? Which do you think is okay, your perspective, your opinion, for Jamaicans to live in?
Oh, but all of Africa is for us.
Yes.
First of all, I wouldn't choose between just Ethiopia or Ghana, but it just so happened that my circumstances and my life, by divine design, brought me to Ghana. Yes, my husband's Ghanaian.
Oh wow, we'll come to that.
So, I mean, so you see, now, but I guess that being a Jamaican, they want to have a connection to either Ghana or Ethiopia, right? Now the thing is that they are so very different. You got the East meets the West, and the different.
But always, the best comes from the West.
No, but the thing is now that I lived in Ethiopia for 10 years, but then being in Ghana now, I've only been here for 2 years, and because of the infrastructure of Ghana, I feel like, within that 10 years I spent there, I'm achieving what, I achieved in Ethiopia for the 10 years, because we're moving at a faster pace here, and things are already in place. So it's whether or not you want to give yourself that experience of being in Ethiopia, where the indigenous language is Amharic, which, it takes a long time to learn. People they're not gonna be speaking English
to you
that much. So if it's the experience that you want to give yourself, something where you just can jump right in, like in Ghana, and just be feeling like you've just left Jamaica and you've got the same pace, that rhythm. But if you jump in straight from Jamaica and go to Ethiopia, you'll find that you might struggle in a sense in terms of the language, because the language is Amharic. But of course, a lot of Jamaicans actually learn Amharic in Jamaica before they travel. And I know a few Jamaicans who learn to speak Amharic, and they've never been to Ethiopia, but they speak in Amharic. So you see, nothing is ever impossible to do, in life. But
it's true.
It's just the experience you want to give yourself. You know, we know we come from the continent, and you know, it's only because maybe the media is promoting Ethiopia more and Ghana more than the rest of the countries in Africa for Jamaicans to go and live. But all of Africa is ours.
Right.
So I would narrow down to just Ghana.
Yes, I was trying to put you on the spot, but your answer is so right. Yes. Ask Jamaicans. Since you are Jamaican, why is it that so many Jamaicans travel out of Jamaica and they refuse to go back? Well, and now I feel like you are one of them.
Well, I'm Jamaican by birth. I was born in Jamaica, and I think because I'm so used to traveling, you see, and I took on this lifestyle that traveling and working, you know, was 2 in 1 for me, you know, ever since I graduated. So I never looked to Jamaica as somewhere that I will return. As I said, all my family, my grandparents passed away, the house was sold. There was nothing to really say, oh, let me go back and visit my friends, because I left there too young. You know, I left at the age of 7, as I said. So really, it wasn't a question of, I should be going back. Who's there to go back for? Or is it to go back to work there? Because I want to be, you know, I'm a citizen of the world. I want to be discovering different countries of the world. And I think my parents really pushed me into traveling, you know, from that young age. So
coming to Ghana, when you first came 2 years ago, was it your plan to come stay or just visit or for work?
Yes, it was my plan to stay forever. I plan to come get married.
Oh, wow.
And to be happy forever in Ghana. No, we actually made the choice because, you know, we're deciding like, oh, should we, you know, maybe think about Ethiopia to live, or, you know, we're looking at Tanzania. And I said, no, there's problems, you know, there were some challenges in Ethiopia that kept, you know, coming up, state of emergency and things like that. And so he said, no, I want you to come to Ghana and be my wife.
Wow.
So I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it.
Wow. So who is this person? And when did you guys meet?
We met in Ethiopia.
Okay.
And it was just all coming together the same year before the the pandemic started.
Wow,
so
that was so
everything
crazy.
just happened within a space of months.
Wow.
Yes, I decided that, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move to Ghana, and I'm gonna get married in Ghana, live in Ghana, and, you know, have children, of course. And you know, it happened this way. This is why now I've got my 2-year-old who's here.
Yeah, she was in the camera. You guys saw her. Yes.
So it was just the happiest time, and then the pandemic came.
Right.
But I was still happy. You know, it was the happiest time. I didn't even think about the lockdown effects of you know, being indoors, because I was this suited lifestyle for me to be at home with a newborn baby. You know, new family.
Right. It's true.
You know, getting to know each other, spend time with each other. It was perfect for me.
Wow, I'm so happy for you.
So all those obstacles that I had in my mind when I was single and independent, they flew out the window. I didn't even care about no mosquitoes. I was like, oh yeah, I had this issue with the mosquitoes. Oh yeah, I've forgotten about it. I didn't get one bite.
That's so great.
So I was like, yay!
Wow.
Yes, it all made sense.
People tell me not to be asking this question. What actually are you doing in Ghana? Are you still continuing the same job that you have, or are you planning to be working for somebody?
No, I actually made a decision before I left Ethiopia that I was going to be self-employed, and I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to do it for at least a year before I think about going into working for somebody else. So I was determined to do that. And then it kind of made it easier to do that when I moved here in Ghana, because we were all doing online. My business was online, so I could really take that to the other level and keep my passion of teaching going, because it was online teaching. So my online work, it worked out so much better for me, being in Ghana here. I was in a perfect environment where I could stay at home, being, a new mom, working from home, and it was a lockdown, and, I was very much able to just go at my own pace. And because the work that I do is exercise and dance and fitness, I was always constantly recording my workouts to help me get back to, being in shape after giving birth. So those kind of videos really inspired people, and they were just like, people were so motivated under the lockdown to see every day. I was like, yes, this is day 3 of 365 days. This was just me trying to hold myself accountable for, doing the work, because I really had the mission to feel lighter again, because I felt so heavy after giving birth. I was not used to this. I was like, no, I'm not comfortable. I need to be back into my confident self. And so I just made it the biggest effort to record it. And even if it was like 10 minutes, I was there, Instagram every day, posting my workouts. And I did it for a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah. So for a whole year, it was 365 days workouts. And then it was like, people came to me and I want to do this workout that you've been posting. Do you have any online classes? Do you have any, this? And people were asking questions that I was like, oh, maybe I should go research that. Maybe I should go find this. And, it made it easier for me to be of service to, the community around the world. And so, I actually just opened up a WhatsApp platform for ones who, were coming to my classes online, and give them, more, one-to-one tips and workouts and advice. And it's really helped being here.
Yes. So let's talk about the challenges, being here, trying to set up yourself, and this 365 days, 1 year thing that you did for yourself on dancing, training, and everything online, and also face to face. What is one biggest challenge that you faced doing all this?
Well, to be honest, I haven't had the chance to go face to face yet, because of the the lockdown, and also me taking my time, that I wanted to take a big rest from motherhood, from giving birth, and then taking my time to go back to, teaching. And also the online classes was very demanding, because I'm suddenly doing all the, admin work and putting courses together. I don't have a team, so I'm doing everything for myself, marketing it, creating the content, talking to people, doing lives, and just being on all the social media platforms. So now I'm at the stage where I am looking, to come out of my house and go into Accra, the community here, to let them know I'm here, This is happening in Ghana. This is Inner Zero Reggae Aerobics is here. And I did one, just to volunteer, giving a class so people can have a chance to sample my work. And social media is so good at getting your work noticed, because people are sharing things. And so when it was recorded, the session was recorded and then, sent to a WhatsApp group, I was getting calls to say, oh, you're here in Ghana giving a class. It was so good to see the video. I'm so happy to see people having a good time. It's like everyone's laughing and dancing, and it was just like a nice time. And, this is the kind of energy that my dancing and my classes brings to people.
Now, let's talk about your business, your dancing class, and your reggae aerobics.
That's right.
Am I right?
Yeah, reggae aerobics.
Reggae aerobics. So, yes. What is your social media platform? How can people reach you? And have you ever started the face-to-face? If yes, you can put all your contact and how people should reach you before we continue the video.
Okay. Well, if you go to my Instagram page, I will be there, online at Innerzeal, which is INNER underscore. No, that's Innerzeal underscore reggae underscore aerobics.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So I'll put everything,
Yes.
every information you need to know in the description and also on the screen for you guys to see. Excuse me.
Yeah, so we do classes online. On a Tuesday, you can join me on a live session on Instagram, but there's also classes that you can book and you can download the workouts, okay, to your devices.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the, you know, paid classes, and I'll send the information on my Instagram page because it hasn't launched yet.
Okay.
It's a couple of days away from launching, okay, where you'll be able to go to a website and download any of my workouts and keep them forever.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
What is one advice you give to Jamaicans who are moving to Ghana or Africa, to be precise?
Come with an open heart and an open mind, you know? Don't come with any limited beliefs. Yeah. That's it.
Yes. What is one biggest mistake that you think you made traveling that you are not going to make again?
Oh, I don't feel that there was any big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I felt like, you know, I always prepare myself before I go to a country,
Mm-hmm.
read up about the country, find out about the town that I'm going to be staying in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, talk to some people that already live there, you know, always do your research and always try to be organized. I mean, there's one thing about traveling alone as a single woman, but if you have the confidence, and as I said, if you have people, find a community before you reach there
Mm-hmm.
that you can turn to, yeah, that you won't have certain challenges that might hold you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I have this question I want to ask. I don't know if it will create a problem for us on the internet. Would you rather raise your child
Mm.
in Jamaica or Africa?
Oh, I'm living my dream. I'm raising my child right here in Africa,
Why
in
not
Ghana.
Jamaica? You're from Jamaica. Why
I'm
not
from Jamaica, but being from Jamaica doesn't mean that it feels like I must stay there, you know, and bring up my family. It's like, you know, remember, I follow a certain philosophy, which is like, you know, looking to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
where the great king will be crowned, you know, looking to Africa because this is where we're really from. If you think about Jamaica, there's no indigenous Jamaicans living there right now, you know. Yeah, no, there's no indigenous people of Jamaica
All
living there.
left.
Yeah, so to me, there's no reason for me to go back to a country where I've never lived for over 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
where I feel that I wouldn't really fit in because I have Africa on my mind as a big continent that I want to contribute to.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to contribute my life, my whole resources, everything to Africa. So I want to be here doing it.
Someone is sitting right now watching us saying
Yes.
that you are telling us that you can't fit into Jamaica, but you fit into Ethiopia, and you are here, you still fit into Ghana. Why can't you fit into Jamaica? Because you don't know anybody there. And
I know,
you
I know. Because I'm a brave soul.
So you should be brave and go back to Jamaica.
Why you telling me to go back to Jamaica? Why?
You need to
Why?
go back to Jamaica.
Why? Why? And you tell me why
Because
then.
you know that is your homeland. At least you visit and then take it.
My birth land,
Your
not my
birth land,
homeland.
Sorry, your birth
Yeah.
land. It's for your
So remember, you know, anywhere anybody go in the world and might have been born in a certain country, you don't know. Doesn't mean that they feel like they're at home there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
remember
please
that.
put your comment in the comment section if what she's saying is okay with you. If it's not okay, let's argue in the comments. Let's just argue peacefully, please. Yes. Would you rather raise your kids in Jamaica or here in Africa? And if it's in Africa, which part of Africa will you raise your child? That comes to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications so you will be the first person to watch my videos. I will see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Woo! Yeah,